Welcome to yet another episode of Bridging the Gap with Bill Shy, Scooby, and Mac. And we're going to be playing board games. And we're going to be talking about some of our favorite board games and stuff throughout our childhood and growing up and everything like this. But, of course, before we do that, we're going to let Scooby spin it out.
Make sure y'all get tuned in and tapped into all the social medias. I'm at Scooby the Kid 252, at Chef Mac 1523, at Ososhy 11, at Bill_Perry, at Bridge the Gap 77. Get tuned in and tapped in everywhere. If not, you're doing something wrong.
Word.
How are we doing this week?
Sis, start it off.
Oh, doing great. Been working on some new music, selling some posters, so I'm really happy how things are going.
Yeah, I've seen those posters, Shy.
Personally, yeah, it seems like the world is in chaos, but I'm very, at least feeling grateful and blessed that I have things.
And you're being productive, Shy.
Yeah.
You know, you're working on your album and stuff. So, yeah, you're doing good. Now, her brother over here, on the other hand, has been losing his freaking mind making this movie. I'm doing well, though. I mean, my mind is, thank God for good friends and family. You know, I'm doing well. Other than that, I'd be at Whitfield, rather. Or maybe Parchment for, I don't know. Anyway, but no, I had a debacle where, I've been filming and stuff. We've mentioned this over the last couple episodes about my movie and everything. And I think it was yesterday morning, I thought that I lost the footage. And I got a group text with everybody, and I just started sending all these frantic messages about, I don't know what the hell's going on. My sister saved the day.
Oh.
And Hunter chimed in, I'll give him that on, and Scooby wasn't even around. Scooby, you know what I'm saying? Scooby forgetting my birthday. He don't help me when I emotionally need this man. He ain't nowhere around. But anyway, found the footage and stuff. It was buried in my iCloud for some odd reason, and and Mac is now advising me to get this damn footage off of my phone and to shift it into his computer, so I don't have those fear things. But other than that, I'm sane.
Yeah, I've been good. Making beats, cooking up, you know what I'm saying? Super fun. Like, I love it.
He's turning into a hip hop jazz musician, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and it's like it's an interesting process to just find different sounds that are not used in like mainstream hip hop today, and then you take them and then you just put these kind of modern drums on it, and it's you told me some shit. We're not shooting the movie.
Right, baby.
You told me some shit about one day you was like, someone's probably in their room and they're just making some type of new music, and I want to strive to do that, not just be
I'm talking about.
part of the norm. So
you know what I'm saying, bust through them ceilings, baby.
Oh God,
That's right.
good for all.
What about Mr. Mac over here?
I'm doing good. We shot an epic fight scene today.
Yeah, man, Mac kicked my ass.
Totally unchoreographed. Wasn't even expected it, but it turned out great after the first shot. I'm excited for this podcast, mainly because this is probably going to be the most well put together podcast. We got camera number 1. Camera number 2, I don't know if you can really see anybody. I'm sure you can see my hand. And we got a microphone for the first time. So
Yeah, don't we look professional, y'all? Look at us. Got all this lights and stuff, no doubt.
But we're playing not video game. We're playing a board game-ish game today. It's called the Chameleon. Essentially, I've kind of explained the rules, but I'll explain them again. Everybody's going to get a card that has a row of dice and a row of blue dice. The yellow dice that you will see here corresponds to the yellow at the top of the card, and the blue dice that you'll see right there corresponds to the blue dice on the bottom of the card. One person will get a chameleon card, which doesn't have anything on it. And what you get on these cards corresponds to what you can get on this card. B, a 1, a 2, a B, C, or D. And that is how we get the topic that everybody goes around and says one word to describe. It's the chameleon's goal to guess that word and try not to be caught as the chameleon. So that's essentially how the game goes. I'll deal and we can start off talking about...
Yeah. We go into it. And Mac, I may forget some of them rules, so just remind me. Just remind me as I go along, because I was kind of talking to these two as you were explaining it, and that was my bad. But
Especially towards the end.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun. We'll have fun. All right, but like Max said, we'll set it up here since now we're about to begin the game.
Oh, I do got to say one thing. If you want to play along, I will put something on the screen letting you know who the chameleon is and who the 3 people that aren't the chameleon are. But I'll put something on the screen so that if you want to close your eyes and let you know who the chameleon is, so that if you want to actually try to semi-play and guess the word, you can.
Indeed.
Okay, so I'll start dealing, and then we'll go around, and the dealer rolls the dice.
Okay.
So-
Let me get my phone out the way. But yeah, so as we begin this board game, we'll kind of go, take a little journey down the avenues of Milton Bradley and Parker Brothers and all them other board, game making cats like Clue, Monopoly, Operation. Y'all remember Operation?
Operation
And
is so
trying to
fun,
get the little
yeah.
bones out. But I guess that's not a board game. I guess that's just like
Well,
an
I
electronic
had
game.
Operation.
Yeah, I didn't really like to play the game because I was too shaky. But then there's well, go ahead.
I about to say that's the kind of the question that I have. Is there like a different term for things?
Because like
that
is
are not-
Hungry Hippo the same as
That's
playing
not-
Monopoly?
Yeah, it's kind of a
But it's
board.
a board.
But it
This
was
is like
it
a
was
card
it was the
game.
same.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is a board game.
It's a
You know,
card
this is a
game.
card game.
It's a card game.
If it has a board.
But there is a board that you can't see in this game.
It's I was about to say another thing, but I think that's relegated to pool and bowling. The term billiards.
Yeah.
But this is not a billiard.
Oh,
so,
wait, what about Battleship?
Battles? Ooh, is that a board game? Interesting question. I think
I've
it's a
never
board.
played it.
It's an electronic game. Yeah, we didn't have it, but I've played it before. All you do is just say like, B2, and if the ship is on that or whatever, then you take my battleship. Yeah. Well, actually, they'd be like, some would have like three little things.
Yeah,
you wouldn't stake it
that,
on just the
yeah.
very first one. Maybe it'd be like three,
It's like
and then
2,
it would go
3,
across 3
5.
different number sections, kind of like what he was talking about there. B2 or something like that or whatever, like bingo.
Okay.
Kind of like bingo or something.
Like, and would you consider it like like a board game, like you're bored so you play it?
I mean, consider this, right? Some of this stuff we're talking about, like, okay, for example, Monopoly, which is a board game. Some of those other games we just mentioned, I was playing those games too at the same time. Like the game Life. Did you guys ever play Life?
Love life.
You know what I'm
Love
saying?
it. One of my
First you start off
favorites.
by yourself, and then I think you can get married, and then have a couple of kids,
cool,
and,
like-
and you're riding this little car. You know what I mean? All the way through,
And it's like good and bad things happen. You just gotta keep
and it's
going.
real life stuff. Like when I think of, we were like little kids, and
Yeah.
it's like you're, getting a mortgage for your house and all this kind of stuff in
You
the
lost
game.
your job,
you lost
you know?
your job, and you
No
got to go
hair.
back 3 steps. And I don't know if you could get a divorce in the game.
Oh man, I think you could.
I
I think you could.
I can't even remember, but
So leave with the kids, you gotta pay child
But you
support.
didn't have to get married. I think it was an option in the cards. This is the card we don't look at, or we do
No,
look at.
look at this
Oh,
one.
we do look at this. Okay.
So everybody will have something different on it. It'll be a row. So the top row with the yellow corresponds to the yellow dice, obviously, and then the blue dice corresponds to the blue dice, and that is a 6. So it's a 5 across the top and a 6 down. So then that corresponds to something on your card, Bill. So you see how your card is yellow at the top, so you go to the 5, which is the yellow dice.
Actually, well.
So Bill. So that means Bill's the chameleon.
Yeah, I didn't know if I could reveal that or
Nah,
whatever.
So basically, this would be like practice. So basically, how that would go is Shy would start off saying a word that describes what were we? I didn't even look. 5, 6, B, 4. So Homer Simpson. So you have to say one word that describes Homer Simpson, like yellow, stupid,
Yeah.
funny, and
Okay.
then. So
I
she-
have to say that.
So she would say one word, and then you'd have to say a word.
And then I'd
And
say
then
a
he'd
word.
have to say a word, and then I'd have to say a word. And then hopefully by then you kind of come to a conclusion of who you think it is. And then you can say words. Because you want to be vague, because you don't want, like, the chameleon to...
Yes, if you're the chameleon, your goal is to not let no one know you're the chameleon and guess which one of these that we have by our answers. So if she says yellow, you know it's not Hercules, you know it's not Dracula. If she said yellow, the only option, like Homer Simpson.
Okay, well, I don't have the color shit, so I'm kind of off on the color scheme
Well,
thing. It says you are the
you're-
chameleon,
yeah,
so
you're-
you know what I'm saying?
You don't know what anything is.
She's saying
Okay.
yellow because...
Well, why don't we go through a practice run? We now know that I am, but
well,
let's just practice
Let's
it.
just practice. So
Yeah.
you would say a word that has to describe Homer Simpson.
Oh, okay, yellow.
So then you would have to say a word that describes something vague that can pertain to characters on this list.
Oh, okay. So she said yellow, so I'm looking on here and I'm thinking,
Who's yellow?
Who's yellow? Now I'm gonna pretend as though I don't know. It's Harry Simpson, Homer Simpson. I'm thinking the color, because see, honestly, if I didn't know that, yellow wouldn't be an indicator. So for me, I think I would go. I'm gonna honestly tell you, I think I would have probably thought say Wonder Woman because she has yellow. Doesn't she have yellow in her outfit?
Yeah.
It's mainly red and blue, but that's the only thing I think I would have extrapolated yellow from. So let's say I'm thinking. So what I would have said Wonder Woman.
You would have said a word that describes
That describes her. Oh, okay,
So,
so she
like-
said yellow. So I'm gonna say lasso because I'm thinking yellow rope.
Okay, so
Okay.
then from that we would be like, okay, maybe we're looking at the wrong one. Then we'd re-guess, and then that would confirm the suspicions that maybe you're the chameleon. But he'd have to say a word.
That would be
Okay.
like television.
Okay.
So then I would say funny.
And then now I'm responding to that. Oh no, they're
then
shy.
shy would go again.
And we're still on the Homer Simpson, so I guess
So
you use
she-
another word to describe
Yep.
him. You know,
Just one
fat,
word?
Just
you
one
know,
word,
or,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
or would it be too much to say cartoon? Would that be okay?
No.
Anything.
Okay.
Anything but it needs to be kind of vague, but not too vague.
Yeah, okay, cartoon. I'm not sure. If I'm gonna
Okay,
be really
so
good at
okay,
this.
she says that, and there's a shitload of cartoon characters. Again, assuming that she's not talking about Homer. Say I say Spider-Man.
So
Oh,
that-
I'm sorry, not
you'd say a
Spider-Man,
word
but
that
I'd say
describes,
webs.
Okay.
And then I'd be like Duff.
Donut. And then so after 2 rounds we guess. If based on what you've said, I believe we'd all go
Bill's
you.
the chameleon.
Bill's the chameleon. And then what is said after that? Who
And
reveals
then we say flip your card over. You'd flip your card over. Oh, you're the chameleon.
I'm the chameleon?
Then you say, do you think you know who it is?
So you get to
I
guess.
say that?
Then you get it. No. Then we would say,
Oh.
do you think you know who it is?
Oh.
Then you get a guess.
And then I get a guess, and then I say I was wrong. I was like, okay, I think it was Super Mario.
Then we'd be like, no, it wasn't Super Mario. It was Homer Simpson. Then the game would restart. Everybody would give the cards to whoever's the dealer. Dealer shuffles, deals them out, rolls the dice. We flip another topic card over.
Okay, I think I'm starting to feel this. I think I'm starting to feel this. Okay, I just think I needed that practice round. For all y'all watching this is a different type of BTG. It's like they're probably watching this like, man, I don't want to learn this game. I want to hear y'all talk to us. But okay, again, you could be marinating on what was your game, favorite game. You could be hitting it
That's
up in
your
the
contest.
comments.
What
Yeah,
was your
that's the
favorite game?
contest. Get in our comments, and you can be chiming in right now, like, hey, well, I think such and such game is the greatest. Shai, let me ask you something. Stephen King had the book Dark Tower, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Was there ever a game like that Roseanne had?
Oh, if there
Because it
was,
seemed like she had
yeah,
a board
then I
game, and
know.
at the center of it was like this, Lord of the Rings type tower thing
Well,
in the middle.
It took him years, to write that book. So I don't know if he. would've-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So you go to the yellow 5, then you go 3 down to the correspond to the blue dice, and then whatever you read, don't say it, and then look at what that is, and then think of a word to describe that.
And who says it first?
Shy goes first. 'Cause
Okay.
it's like cards. You go to the left of the dealer.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
So again, y'all, unless you wanted to close your eyes when I put it up, y'all know who the chameleon is. Y'all know what the word is. But y'all can play along. I know it's gonna be kind of weird to play along, but y'all can while we're talking and playing.
Detectives.
So now you describe. You just take one word to describe that.
Mysterious.
Entertainment.
Music.
Forensic.
Oh gosh, I don't want to say nothing too. Oh gosh, I was going to say another word that is essentially the same thing as mystery. I was going to say enigma, but that's the same thing as saying mystery. I'll give you a second. Suits.
Alphabet.
Illuminati. So now,
now
we guess
Okay. Now we guess what we think it is.
who we think it is.
Oh, who we think the chameleon is.
I think it's him.
I think it's Bill.
I think it's Hunter.
So now we're at a 3-way tie. So Shy, you break the tie when you think you
What do
Who do you
the
think it
chameleon
is out of us three?
My first thought was you.
It's
So I'll
me?
stick-
Okay. I'm not the
You're
chameleon.
not the chameleon.
Boom, boom, boom.
And he
The
is.
X-Files.
No, because Hunter was acting so like, I couldn't quite. I thought
When he
you were
said
saying
music,
stuff
I
that
thought,
was.
well,
Yeah, when he said
maybe.
music.
Bill,
Yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah. Da, 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 da,
So now
yeah.
Shy, you shuffle them cards up right there.
Shuffle these
and
cards.
You deal them out, and then you roll the dice, which will correspond. But we'll take time and talk about something about board games. I want to bring up the fact that the Monopoly Man doesn't wear a monocle, even though people think he does.
I can't even recall if he does or not. I think they're thinking of
It's James
I think-
Silent Bob Monopoly over there.
I think they're thinking of Mr. Peanut. He wears the monocle and has the top hat. They both wear top hats.
The
but
Pringles Man
Mr.
wears a monocle.
Yeah,
too.
and the Pringles Man,
he's
does
got-
he?
Yeah.
And is it true that the guy that created Pringles, when he died, they put his ashes in a Pringles thing?
I have no idea.
I'm like, no, they didn't go out like that unless it was made of
Oh,
gold.
I heard that too.
I mean, come on, I don't think the guy.
I don't think he liked Pringles that much.
I don't think he liked Pringles that damn much.
People have had some strange requests.
I heard that they shot Timothy Leary's ashes into space with the space shuttle,
I heard the Outlaws
which
smoke.
that would have been great. Who spoke too?
The Outlaws smoked Tupac.
No, that didn't happen.
Bullshit. They said
I know
it.
he got cremated, but his mama would not let some friends of his smoke up her baby's ashes, man. If you believe that shit,
They
let me
said
sell
it-
you a fucking bridge in Brooklyn.
Damn, what was I about to say?
Shit. You said
You know what I mean? Think about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like no matter how cool they are with them, your mama ain't about to let some motherfucker smoke up your ashes.
yeah, that's
They
crazy.
supposedly have Walt Disney's head frozen under Disneyland.
Wow, we should have talked about that one 2 weeks ago on conspiracy theories. Well, if we're going there, I heard that Jimmy Hoffa's buried in the 50-yard line up under what stadium is that? Some stadium there out east, maybe.
When they was making it, like they.
Yeah, and they laid the concrete down. But before they laid the concrete down, they put him there, and so he's forever. And it was a football field, so they say like apparently as far as the location, somewhere around the 50-yard line-ish. But come on. I mean, to be that detailed, you know what I mean? It's just like, no, that's
Why they gonna dig
lore.
'em up,
Because
like-
I've heard stuff like they made hamburger out of them and things like this. Oh, no, they grinded them up and people ate them up, didn't even realize it. It's like, hey.
I don't believe all that.
If I'm remembering my history correct, Lincoln was buried under his memorial until a grave robber tried to rob it and they moved him somewhere.
Oh. That reminds me of that cartoon we always talk about with Bugs Bunny. That he's on that game show or something. They ask him, who's buried in Grant's tomb? And he's all like, the answer's in the question. Yeah, Grant's tomb. Washington and Lincoln. And no, keep going. Eisenhower? No. But no, I was going to say, as far as board games, like, so trying to relate it to how things that we took out of it. Like, saying that, we were talking about, the board game life and how it was teaching you how to do adult things, as it were. I think you started off, I don't even think you started off with a car. I think you started off walking maybe, and then you acquired a car in the game maybe.
You either,
and it had 4 little holes if you wanted to start a family.
Because there's two options when you play life. You can either go to college, and it takes a little bit longer, or you can go straight through and not go to college.
But it would be a bumpier road.
Bump your road.
Yeah,
you get married first, like your car's not as good.
Because I think, and maybe I'm playing more into it with my memory, but if you didn't go that route, maybe if you went the other route, what would set you back if you got a card that you maybe needed the college education that the other route,
Or
so now you got to go back or something.
You pick a card, and it's like you had to have gone to college to get that job. So you might beat the game quicker, like get to the finish line quicker.
Right.
But you don't have the money, so
Yeah, that was the game of life. It wasn't so much about getting to the finish line, but what you acquired along the way,
Yeah.
which is life essentially.
True
But
that.
then there's Monopoly, which is all about
Money,
monopolizing the
yeah,
board.
facts.
You want to buy all 4 railroads, Boardwalk and Park Place. What was the other key ones? All the colors. You wanted to get match up. Oh, I would tell you what would incense me. You play your friends and everybody's cutthroat, and say you got 2 out of the 3 yellows,
Yeah.
and some bastard buys the 3rd yellow, and you don't get as much money when you don't own all of the colors.
That's
you know
how
what I'm
Tree
saying?
plays. Me, Tree, Allen, and Tori played one time. Tree had something. I was like, let's make a deal. I was like, nah. It's like,
That
Come
sucks.
on now.
Cause see now you're really running to those colors, and
Yeah.
it's all about like the luck of the draw, and but now that's kind of smart too. Because see, again, when you would monopolize it, like say, like Scooby, we're playing right now. Scooby owns 3 railroads, and he's joking the whole time. When I get that 4th railroad, boy, I'm sticking it to y'all. Now our mission is like, well, one of us is gonna buy that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when it's smart to play it like that. But like you say, if it's like, dude, I done bought 2 of the blues. You know, well, those are the big ones. I
think
bought
there's
2 of the
only 2 blues
oranges
anyway.
or whatever. Because I think the blues are like Boardwalk and Port Park. But, you know, colors, whatever. And I'm 1 color away. And it's like, really? Like, you know, I'm just trying to acquire property. I'm not trying to stick it like, because I think the biggest monopoly you can have in the game is like the railroads. Because I think there's a railroad on each one. So you have the potential of making money on each strip. Whereas the color ones, I think, were just all on one strip.
Yeah, they
you know,
are.
just even like Park Place.
Right beside each other.
Yeah, they're right beside each other. And they're right before you go back to the beginning. But man, if people start developing on Park Place and all that kind of stuff, you
That's
could
how-
stick them when they would land on that bug,
That
man.
same game that we were playing with Tree ended up going bankrupt, and I believe we played it where they put everything in the middle, and if you get something,
I just picture poor Tree sitting there.
but I ended up getting all Tree's stuff and buying the 2 blues, and then him and Tori teamed up, and I ended up winning.
Did you guys ever play? We used to play like, you know, there was a banker in the game.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of not just the person that would dispel the money, but it's just like, you know, you can make deals with the bank to borrow money based on blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, you know, can I borrow? And it'd be up to the banker, just like in a real bank, to decide. You know, like say you only got like $150 left.
Yeah.
And you want to stay in the game, then you ask the banker. This is the way we would play. I don't think it's in the real Monopoly rules. You know, can I borrow $200? And
So
the
you
banker
cash
could be
out.
a dick and be like, no. And then, you know, you cash out if you land on somebody's property and have to pay all that.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, okay, but there has to be a quid pro quo. It'd be like, okay, I'll let you borrow this, but, you know, give me that property to the bank. And essentially what that means is that property's back open. Like, say if you own 3 railroads, now you only own 2. And now that person can, you know, acquisition that particular property again.
But that's one of the good things about board games is that each one teaches you some sort of skill ish. Like life teaches you like how to make decisions. Monopoly, how to conserve money, how to make deals, how to do all this. Clue even, how to read clues. You know?
Yeah. How to pick up on nuances.
This
But
game
then
is
there was
like-
games like Twister that just what? I mean,
Yeah.
just a bunch of grown people that wanted to step over each other. And,
I don't know if this is really. I didn't really play board games. You know,
yeah, no doubt.
But there is a game that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember Jenga?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you pull the
Yeah.
thing and got to make sure it don't fall.
For a second, me and Kit were obsessed with that.
Oh yeah, Jolene had a Jenga and stuff.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like Jacks or pick up.
Oh,
sticks.
Jacks! I love Jacks.
Yeah, Jacks is fun.
I'm so old school. I remember playing marbles.
that was fun.
You know, having the coolest fat marbles, and then you had the little marbles. But you know, it was about having the cool marbles. You know, they had the cool designs on the inside and stuff.
No, you had me at Jack's. Forget Marvel.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
I know that about
Jacks.
Jacks is fire.
Well,
yeah.
girls played Jacks a lot. You know.
Oh,
I
and
mean,
then you know the higher up you got, you have to grab.
yeah, you have to
more
grab
and
more and more and more and stuff like that.
Or
Yeah.
the milk bottle game with the
Clothespins.
yeah, and then you know you get the milk bottle and you drop the clothespin in the milk
I
bottle.
don't remember
Or
playing
kick.
that.
Oh, that's not a board game, but kick the can.
Kick the can, definitely played the kick the can. But no, when y'all said the other stuff, oh God, I had it.
So marbles.
Not marbles, it was something else. It was right there. Oh God, not Jacks. I can't remember what it was. Now I'm thinking hopscotch, which is a whole other thing. But that wasn't what it was. It was something else. I'll remember here in a little bit. But it was another kind of like game that you played that was more, you know, physical. You could play it anywhere. Like you could play Jacks anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And you could play marbles anywhere. I can't remember what it was now. Damn, it was right there.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
But they have these new things like you remember the ball in the cup. Like,
Yeah. You had to line it up and everything like that. Yeah, I remember those.
So there's this thing. It's called a kadama, and I think it originated like somewhere over in Asia. But it's got like a spike on the top and then 2 cups, and it's a ball attached to the string. And there's actually a cup on the bottom. And these people are like throwing it up like 360 in it, catching it, and there's like a hole about that big on the bottom of the ball, and landing the spike in the ball. So it's like cup game to like the extreme.
umpteenth degree.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking
Well, you
crazy.
know, over there, man, they play Pong like it's insane. Like they be Olympic level with Pong over there. It's
Man.
like, golly, man.
Before it's Gump, though, you know, you might put him up for a run for money.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. All right, we ready to roll with it?
Oh, yeah.
So, Bill, you start this time because Shy dealt.
Oh, okay. So, I'm going to say big.
Illuminati.
Ancient.
Guys, stylish.
Technology.
Aliens.
Old.
I think it's higher.
I think it's. Oh, I'm sorry.
Shy,
Shy,
Shy.
one more word, yeah.
She's trying to
Sand.
guess who the.
Nah, she gets one more word.
Oh.
You said
Sand.
So now we guess.
it's either Hunter or Bill. I think it's
I
Hunter.
want to say it's Bill.
I think it's Hunter.
I'm gonna say it's Shy.
So Shy, you're the tiebreaker again.
Oh God. You.
All right.
Oh,
You know what it is?
It was I had to remember. It was like a couple.
It
of
was
things you guys-
X-Files.
that's the last card, Bill.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, pyramids. But guess what? I said big, right?
Yeah.
So, but guess what I was thinking when I said big? I was looking at Coliseum. But everything on here is fucking big. The Taj Mahal is fucking big. Mount Rushmore is big. Like the Empire
Actually-
State Building.
You took my word. I was like, ooh.
Which
You
word
said
was that?
Ancient. I was like, oh, that's
Oh.
mine. And I was gonna say aliens.
So I guess I'm shuffling now,
Yeah,
right?
you shuffle.
All right.
And then you roll the dice after you deal.
And then I roll the dice. All right, y'all. So what are you marinating on out there and everything? What is your favorite game of all time? What is the best game of all time? I will personally say it is Monopoly.
I gotta go. Clue. Clue is my favorite game.
My ex would agree with you.
I'm saying life.
I'm gonna say life.
Yeah, life is just fire.
Yeah.
Is life really that fun though?
Yo, to me, cause
I
it was
mean, you
just
know,
like-
I mean, when you really
They
think
made
about
a
it.
video game from it.
I played
Shot,
the
we
shit out
played
of
it.
Yeah.
We played it.
Remember that?
The what video game? You know, of course it's gonna be cooler. I bet you Monopoly is a cool video game.
I mean, life is basically The Sims.
The Sims is fun.
Yeah.
You know, wait a minute. Now I got to retract because we had some great times playing The Sims,
Yeah.
man. Me and Shy and her and the person she knew back in the day used to play Sims religiously. And we used to have fun, but it was more our own personal fun because we created the characters and what they would do. Like, we would do purposeful things like, you know, making them starve and see how long they would stand there or they got to use the bathroom. You remember how they would start, like, squirming? And I think a little thing would come up like they were cursing and something
One
like
time
that.
he made a crazy sim and he built this house
Oh,
where
and
his
the living room was gargantuous. And so
And
this
he
poor
wore
guy, when he
nothing.
got home, he had to walk way across the strip before he sat on the couch. And we would just laugh because, you know, like, regular
Wait,
sim house
wait,
would
I
come
have
in.
to tell-
Oh,
I
okay,
have
go
to-
ahead. I'll interrupt the Shy story.
Wait. He wore nothing but Speedos and he would slap everyone. So that's what
Oh
I
yeah,
like to say.
Dominus. That was my character's name, Dominus. He went around slapping everybody. I would invite people over to the sim house, and he would just walk up to them, and I would press the select, slap select. And he would slap them, and they'd curse him out or something. And you remember, we used to have this thing about always making him wait for a long time before he had to go to the bathroom. And so when he would finally go, he would be there for a long time. And, the red stress thing would be high up. And then it would start, weighing down. Because we'd have him, like, sitting there for a long time. And he would want to go to the bathroom because, they would automatically start going. And I would select, go back to couch. And you remember, gargantuous living room. So his bathroom was way over here. He halfway across the living room. Like, select. God damn, man. I turned him into a fucking case, man. That poor guy, Oh. Yeah, man, that was a
Yeah,
fun
that
game.
was
See,
funny.
just remembering it like that, that was a
Yeah,
fucking
that
fun
was
game,
funny. We
man.
had some
But we made it
silly
fun for
times,
ourselves,
yeah.
because it was just like, we were playing God, really, control
Yeah.
these people's lives. But that took it to another level. It was kind of like the life video game in a sense, but you couldn't
Yeah, if that
control the
was-
life per se,
They turned that into, to me, I kind of thought it was like a Barbie doll in a Barbie house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all remember, again, this is an electronic game. I guess we'll have to meld it now. Board games and electronic games, because we said Battleship earlier. Simon Says, with the colors.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
It's like,
And then we start getting faster and faster and
Yeah,
faster and
that
shit
was
like
fun as
that.
hell.
Yeah,
Flick
that
It,
was pretty
Bop It.
good.
Bop It. Yeah, Bop It was another fun one too.
Flick It.
Oh, I Bop It. Okay, that must have came a little later or something.
And then you can
everything.
play with your homies and shit, and like you like flick it, put like you
So
can,
It was a Simon Says thing though. Like
Yeah.
they would tell you what color to hit.
It said basically it was like bop it, you hit it, twist it, you twist something, pull it, you pull something, pass it along.
yeah.
Would that get faster or
Oh, yeah.
something?
Get faster.
Like,
Yeah.
twist it and then you accidentally pass it, then, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Actually, that sounds fun as hell.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, like
right.
imagine if they had that at the bar. You know what I'm saying? There's people.
Oh,
out there.
my God. Oh, I mean, as far as games go, you can't beat drinking games, but we won't go there.
Cornhole though, I don't know if that's not really a board game, but that's a fun like outdoors game that you can play. Like the kids
Or horseshoes.
or horseshoes.
Horseshoes,
type deal.
yeah. Well, I was pointing at you, Shy, but no, actually, I remember playing that with my ex and stuff out east and stuff. Well, it's what's the game that you play where there's a board and you're throwing the little sack into the little hole? Okay, yeah, that game is fun. They play that a lot out east, it seems, and stuff. At least in my experience.
Yeah. They take it
And
seriously.
then there was
too.
a game that I don't know if y'all ever played it, but we played it on the beach last called Bocce Ball.
Oh, bocce ball, so fun.
Oh, Shy, you know what was up with us in L.A.? Handball.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I mention that, now handball for us is you would hold your hands like this, clamps it like this, and it'd be the same ball that you use for dodgeball. You remember the big rubbery red dodgeballs? I can hear the sound of that thing hitting my ass right now. That
gosh, I used to love
that
that
sound it would make when
Yeah.
it would hit you in dodgeball.
Those big rubber
But we used that
balls.
same ball to play this thing called handball and everything in LA. And it was this board that it was a big square like this in the middle and then two smaller squares. I don't think we really minded those squares. It was really if we just stayed within the board when we would play the game. And then there was lines. Because you remember there was
No, you
benches on
weren't
either
supposed to go
side.
out of the
You couldn't go out of the
yeah.
lines. And you remember there would be on each side where the people would be waiting for their turn, like sitting on benches and stuff on each side of the
Yeah,
board.
that's right.
And handball was like the thing. And then we played sock ball as well, where you'd hold that same ball in your hand and hit it. And we played kickball too, of course.
Oh, wait,
I
this
preferred
is
sock
far,
ball.
This is far removed from board games, but I have to mention it. Tetherball.
Tetherball,
no,
same
tetherball,
difference.
yeah.
I hated tetherball. I
Once
mean,
I got the hang of it,
when you
I
play
started
with
to love
somebody,
it.
well, at least I would always play with a bunch of assholes, I guess, because they would always hit it real hard. And I'm like, dude, this is not. Let's go play handball. Like, damn, I hated tetherball, man. I really did.
Did y'all
I
ever
played with
play?
assholes. That's why.
Did y'all ever play like the hand games? Like I'm sure me and you have, but it's like tennis and bloody knuckles and mercy.
Mercy, definitely.
Oh,
No, that was hot hands. That's hot
Mercy
hands.
was
Yeah,
like
I remember.
you like grab your hands like this.
Oh,
and you try to,
yeah, that was mercy.
And it-
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm talking. I had a 3-day game of tennis with this. He was in 8th grade. His name was Peyton Ehlers, and basically you're like you're about to arm wrestle, but instead you slap each other's hands.
Oh.
And it got caught off because the bus driver was annoyed.
Oh, that just reminded me. Did you guys ever play the paper football?
Oh yeah.
You know, the-
Oh yeah.
Hold up the thing in the class and stuff. It was a straight up, school game. Like I never played that at home. We always played it like in class and shit. You know what I'm saying? I never played it at home.
Y'all have the Hornets with you'd make them out the rubber bands.
Oh yeah.
And then
and you-
Oh, is that what y'all
Back.
called them?
Yeah.
We have another name for that, but yeah, we did make those, but I forgot what we called them. Stingers or something?
You said something about tetherball. I wanted to show y'all this. This is
I can't believe my sister liked tetherball.
Especially when I got the hang of it. You like how you said,
Yeah, man, you guys catch
my
knock that thing
my
around.
little brother a long time ago
Oh,
playing
he's-
tetherball,
Oh, look at him.
and that was at where
Turn the
I
volume up so we can hear.
Waylon. That's
so
his
we
name.
could hear my shitty ass high pitched voice. Yeah, no,
Oh, but
y'all just saw what I was showing them.
Foursquare.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one. Too.
I don't remember
remember
Foursquare,
that.
but that just reminded me of what was that game called where you put the shits in, and then at the
Connect Four?
Connect Four.
Yeah,
yeah,
right,
Connect Four. I remember
yeah.
playing Connect Four and shit, and I remember having a Rubik's cube, the pyramid. You didn't really get in them. They were
he
frustrating.
was-
It was hard to get all them goddamn
Rubik's
colors. Rubik's cube and all
I
that
hacked
shit.
my Rubik's cube one time. I took all the
Yeah, you
pieces
take all the
out.
pieces out and put it back in. I did
Yeah.
the same thing. And then I think, you know what? I got a confession to make now. Mom, I lied to you, Mom. I told Mom that I did it, and my mom was so proud of me I couldn't bring myself to tell her the truth. And I did what Hunter just said. I took all the pieces off and I put all the colors in. And Mom, I saw the Rubik's Cube. And you know how Mom is. Oh, boo, I'm so proud of you. Look at my baby. You look brave.
I have to bust this bubble even more.
Uh-oh.
when I left, Mom said to tell you she loves you and hi and.
That's the way.
I can't take that. Oh God. And Shy made sure to rub it in good too. Oh, but hold up. Let me prepare you for more mental anguish. You know what I'm saying? The guilt will settle in deeper.
Just a little while ago, about an hour ago, Mom said.
And I just saw the Rubik's Cube. Mama I lied, Mama. Okay, so I rolled the dice. Here we go.
So, all right. 2, 5.
2, 5. Okay.
Well, I got the best one.
So you start.
America.
Well, I think it goes this way, right?
From there. Earth. Nah. Boring.
Cold.
Fish.
River.
Lake.
Buildings.
I don't know who
Oh wait, do we stop now
Nah,
or?
after you say something.
Okay. Sarah Palin.
I think it's Alan.
it is. Ugh, I think it's Bill. Well, she said buildings. I don't know.
I think
I get buildings.
I'm gonna say
I tried to be very vague.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
get
say
the
it's
hang of
Hunter.
Shot you the tiebreaker again.
Again. Oh, but
Says
I'm
between
sorry.
us three.
I'm gonna say it's you because of something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so now what happens?
So now you flip your card over.
Oh.
Oh, it's not you.
It's what is it?
I don't know. Let me guess.
You said America first. I'm like,
But you said Sarah Palin?
When you
Alaska.
said Sarah
It was
Palin.
Alaska? Yeah.
That's why I thought that
No,
was the
was it?
biggest
No,
hit.
was
Yeah.
it?
it wasn't.
Huh?
It was
I
was
thought it was
Illinois.
C4.
Illinois.
Yeah, C4, Illinois.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
I went one
Sarah
over.
Palin.
I went one over. I was counting 4. Ah, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
No wonder y'all
wait,
thought
wait,
I was
wait,
a
wait.
damn chameleon.
Yeah.
And then I said fish. I mean, that what is the hell is Illinois? I was thinking Alaska, you
Bill,
know?
I was thinking you were talking about one of the Great Lakes.
Oh, that's why you
Actually,
said
I did
what
it
you
backwards
said.
at
No,
first.
I actually, I was inadvertently the chameleon without being the chameleon. Like, I was saying the wrong shit. Sarah Palin? I mean, Sarah Palin got nothing to fucking do with Illinois.
Yeah.
If anything, y'all could have used me for the hint. I was born in Chicago. Shit. All right, so now what do we do? It's
Now
your turn
Alan
to shuffle.
deals. So a funny story about this game is one of the cards is presidents, and we're sitting there playing. I get the chameleon. They roll the dice, and I fake like I'm looking. I'm first, so I'm like, okay. You literally can't make that shit up. But they're all white except for Obama.
It was Obama.
So I sit there, I'm first, I go white. Because I don't know who it is, but it's Obama. And I'm like, oh, man.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That shit
Indeed.
Had us weak.
Oh, you know what? I just thought about a game that was a big staple in our home and stuff and everything. My dad's a fanatic of it. Backgammon.
I've never
I
played
have-
In particular, he played a
Backgammon,
game called
yeah.
AC Deucey and stuff.
Now
and
that's
everything.
one that
AC/DC
we've
fun as
played.
hell.
Yeah.
I have a backgammon board.
That's
but
cool.
I've
I
never
do
played.
too. I got it like
So,
a couple of birthdays ago.
I got a question to propose. Checkers or chess?
Well, definitely chess.
Chinese checkers.
If you would have asked me some years ago, I would have said checkers only because I didn't want to show my ignorance because I couldn't play chess. Okay, so what is that? 5 across and 3 down?
Yeah.
John Hunter.
Head. So now.
Oh, shot.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Let me see. Oh gosh, several things are coming to my gun.
Beard.
Car.
Proclamations.
Hat.
Tall.
Money.
Damn, I have no idea who it could be. every one of them was sound.
So do we just randomly
Yeah.
say?
Now we start guessing.
I guess Hunter, because he's trying to throw it off. Like,
I was gonna say Scoob because
I was gonna say
he
Scoob.
said a couple of things that I'm
He
just
said
like,
Yeah, I was
car
like,
first.
no.
though.
ain't no damn.
Lincoln is a car.
Yo, you. Oh, I was about to say.
I
We
was
were
a
right
chameleon.
there.
I was right. I knew it was. I knew as soon as you said,
Head.
no, what did Shy say? Some beard, gun,
Gun.
and money. Lincoln was a good one. Like
No,
that was.
well, now that
Car,
a
yeah.
car, but I was
That-
not thinking that. I was thinking
Ah.
like he was shot in a theater. What the hell?
Nah,
I thought he was
yeah.
thinking like
Bill,
Kennedy or
literally,
something. Like
that was my first thought. I was like, "Are you thinking of Kennedy?"
yeah.
And then I read it and I'm like, Lincoln.
No, the link in the car.
And
Yeah.
then,
That was my deal.
See, I had good ones, and it was still like too vague, I guess.
Now I'm pretty sure we're leaving out some key board games here.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee is
yeah.
another one. Yeah. I played Yahtzee a little bit later. I preferred something like say Scrabble. I like
can't
playing
spell.
Scrabble.
I love Scrabble.
Well, it ain't just only about spelling. It's about creating a word that really exists within words type thing. I think that gives you points.
Tori, she'll whoop your ass and Scrabble me. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's
Tori
too good.
started playing me in Scrabble one day and never finished.
Tori is over here watching her New Orleans apparently kick ass, but dilly dilly style over there.
She's got the
They only
headphones
3
and the
points
PlayStation
ahead right
controller,
now.
and she's listening to the headphones.
That girl is plugged in to the Matrix. All right.
Yeah, they're only 3 points ahead right now.
Oh, that's it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's 17-14. 4 and
So
a
what did they get,
7.
like a touchback or something?
I think they got a field goal.
Oh, that's a 7?
I think so.
Is that a?
That's a one.
That's a one.
Oh, that is a 1.
Yeah,
That's a one.
I thought it was a 7 at first too.
4 cross.
So Shy, you start this one. Make sure everything's still.
Do. Would you guys out there? I want you to put this in the comments. You know, would you ever use a banker in Monopoly to borrow money from and everything? Because we played like this. I'm just curious if there's others that did that out there. You know, And when you went to jail, you could also, I think, bargain with the banker or something to try to get out of jail early.
You
We
had to
played
roll
some all
doubles.
kinds. Well, that's how that was in the game. But I'm saying we did some extra shit. I'm just curious to know if others
Like
play weird rules out there.
something like, all right, so spades, right? Like house rules and spades, like the way we played it, or I played it growing up. Sonny doesn't play this way, but like
Oh yeah, big joker. You put your highest spade in.
so like if I got the big joker and spades gets broken and I lead with the big joker, the people on the other team have to play their highest spade.
Yeah.
And that's how we always played, you know. It was just like weird house rules, you know.
Actually, I played with some guys where you didn't lead with spade.
No, you couldn't lead with spade once it was broken,
Oh, you said once it was okay.
and then if you had the big joker, so if you saved it, you know, you could pull their highest
I
spade.
always saved it, man. Nobody don't throw their jokers early. That's a
Nah.
stupid spade player,
Yeah,
man.
facts.
He
You
hates-
spades players. Don't do that out there.
He hates when I play
because
spades.
he doesn't bid correctly. So
Oh, well, bidding is a tricky thing because it depends how good of a player you are. Dude, I can make a 10 of heart walk.
yeah,
I won't call it a book. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't dare call that a book.
It's a
but
possible,
it's
though.
a possible.
For sure.
The way I play,
Yeah, no
shit,
cap.
a jack is a possible in my hand. People don't even be counting jacks and stuff like that.
See-
You play with me.
Yeah.
I'll turn that jack into a winner, goddammit. That
When-
jack will be taking somebody's shit.
Whenever I bid for the ones I know I'll win, plus maybe a few.
Well, that's
extra.
going to be your kings and aces and like your sure bets that you see in your hand right
Yeah.
off the bat. You know, you got the ace of hearts. You know, you got it covered for a minute. You know, unless someone ain't bleeding heart.
Yep.
You know, and that was another thing too. I think it was more to do with spades. Like if you dealt out and if somebody didn't have not one spade, you redealt obviously and stuff like this. You know, I think that's a standard rule.
yeah, I
If you
it's
didn't have
never
any-
happened though. I've never had that happen.
I've had it happen weirdly enough a couple of times, and that's
Really?
how we did it. I guess it was just shuffled badly.
You
but
never played nil?
huh?
You can play nil,
Yeah, we play nil. We play oh come
deuces high.
on.
Joker,
Yeah,
joker,
deuces
aces?
high, a deuce of spades.
Or
We'll
joker, joker, deuce, ace?
trump a ace of spades and shit
Yeah.
like that. We play like that. Now we used to play this 5-card stud, I believe it was,
That's fun.
and we used to play this style called Dr. Pepper style, and 2 4s and 10s were wild.
Okay. Yeah,
And you
yeah.
compare them up with anything. So I mean, you would have crazy hands like
Yeah,
that.
facts.
You know, not just one wild card, but 3.
Yeah.
Man, it
Did
was
you ever
insane.
play? I'm sure you have. Jacks or Better Trips to Win.
Ooh, I like that title.
So it's like the most petty game in the world. Like sometimes you'll have like pots that'll get up to like $100 because so you get,
You can't win unless you have trips or better.
so like you get deal out the hand, right? Everybody puts in a quarter, a quarter, a dollar, whatever, how rich you are, type shit. And if you got like pair of jacks, then you can put in another quarter, and y'all can go around and y'all can like play it like 5-card draw, and you can get new cards to see if you get trips. But if you don't, put the hands in another quarter,
Reshuffle.
another quarter, and so if you don't get trips, it's just game over. Another quarter, another quarter, another quarter.
Interesting. Okay.
It's
What was
fun.
that game y'all
It's
told
fun
me
as hell.
about? Shy, you have to excuse this title, but they told me about a card game
Follow
about.
Follow the bitch.
Yeah, follow the bitch, some shit
Follow
like
the
that.
queen,
Yeah, essentially. But now, how is that played though?
So essentially, it's like it's kind of like baseball. If you ever played baseball,
With cards?
yeah.
No,
so
never played that.
all right, so you get 2 cards down, 3 cards up, 1 more card. No. 2 cards down, 4 cards up, 1 more card down.
Okay.
And like that's baseball. 3s and 9s are wild. If you get a 4 up, it's an extra card. And follow the queen. You if there's a queen, whatever follows the queen is wild. So say like it's a queen, right? And then you get a card. It's a 2. So 2s are wild. So if y'all have 2s, it's wild as well as the queen. But say the next card shy flips over is a queen, then 2s are no longer wild. It would be whatever
That
Hunter
breaks
flips
that.
over. Yeah. So you can have the best hand in the world.
So follow the.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a fun game, and it's like it makes it interesting. It's like poker.
Yeah, that is
you know?
interesting.
It's fun.
And it's funny that it's called, what you say it's called, Chase the Bitch or whatever.
They follow the bitch.
But it's like, but in essence, actually, she's giving each person power.
Exactly.
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
But just
yeah.
9 times out of 10, a group of men playing it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
of course you're gonna say that.
I'll say this
These
though,
guys.
my grandma and like we had like skit and things of those natures, and they're like more kiddie card games and like my grandma and them would play, but they never played poker.
Like what is that? Is it gin or some shit? Them old folks games, gin rummy or whatever.
Play that shit with my great grandma.
I've never played that type
Although
of shit.
I've never heard another person say skit. Like I've never heard of another person ever knowing what skit is.
I don't know what that is.
It's so weird. Like
Either. Y'all ever seen that Fresh Prince episode where Uncle Phil's mom comes down from North Carolina and like Will Smith's trying to like sneak in and she's up cooking breakfast or something and they start playing like gin, but like she'll deal the cards out. She'll look at hers, oop, I win again, and they just take his cards.
No,
It's so
I hadn't
funny.
seen that. I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah, Fresh Prince. They're making a remake of that, and it's not on the board game topic, but it's like essentially a more real perspective of like what it's like. Uncle Phil is a judge in today's society. Carlton is like a Republican rich guy, and dude's really coming from Philly, so it's not as like TV. It's more.
Carlton would be.
Yeah.
I can see it like that.
Yeah, so I'm ready to see it, and Will Smith is backing it up.
It's interesting, but I don't know, man. It's like I feel like they're trying to turn everything into this realistic perspective, and it's just like I thought the thing that we liked about this shit that it wasn't
True. It was
what
funny.
real life is, and
Yeah.
you removed yourself from it. Now the Joker has mama issues, and it wasn't enough that like Batman's parents was killed. Like he's just, just constantly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just it's like you the richest motherfucker in Gotham, man. You got all these contraptions and shit. You still pissed off? He's like the fucking like DC Eminem or some shit. Like, how the fuck you still pissed off with all that money, man? Like, where is it, Joker?
Hey.
Joker's like, smile, motherfucker, you rich. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You want me to burn the money for you? I'll do that shit. I'll do that shit.
But then the Hulk's off now. You know what I'm saying? Batman mad, the Hulk's off.
But see, now the Hulk is the final result of Banner getting pissed.
Yeah, true.
But the moment the Hulk calmed down,
He was cool. Yeah.
he turned it back to little ass Banner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Banner take his ass to a lab somewhere and shit, trying to figure out whatever the fuck he gonna figure out. But he does calm down. Batman is perpetually pissed off.
True.
I mean, him and like Wolverine. I think even Wolverine will have a laugh or two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Batman, I don't think Batman, the modern Batman has never laughed.
No.
That motherfucker ain't smiled for shit. He like,
Well,
man, look,
but
I'm
I
pissed.
mean,
All right?
if you,
Leave it at that. Don't ask
Leave it
me.
at that. Don't even ask me, motherfucker. You know my parents did.
I don't know if you've ever watched any of like the cartoon Batmans?
No, those are good. The animated series.
Yeah, but
yeah, those are good.
Have you ever seen The Killing Joke?
Yes.
Oh, that's one of
Isn't
my
that the
favorite.
one with the Joker kills Rob? No.
That one's the one where the Joker shoots Batwoman and
Oh,
paralyzes
that's the
her.
one. That's the one.
But
Yeah.
then at the end, spoiler alert, at the end, it's the Joker and Batman are sitting there, and Joker tells a joke. I mean, he's the Joker.
Oh yeah, they both laugh hilariously.
And Batman puts his hand on the shoulder, and they laugh. And
Yeah,
it's implied that the Batman kills Joker after that. That's why it's called The Killing Joke.
Right.
Because...
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't get. They think that they just only share that laugh, and it's like, no, I'm like him. I think, no, Batman's about to kill him.
Yeah.
The killing joke.
got some-
But they're laughing because the joke does make them genuinely laugh. And I think he's just like, I'll give him that before I get his ass.
Yeah.
And it's a really dark kind
that's
of,
one of my-
foreboding ending.
That
like,
one and,
Batman's about to do him in.
Yeah.
But he's laughing. Ha ha ha. Batman never laughs, man.
That one, Justice League Dark, and the Flashpoint Paradox are like my favorite things that involve Batman.
Yeah.
Like that.
Batman, to me, I think I know we're somewhere else, y'all, but I think what we're doing here is we're going back to how we used to do it. You
Yeah.
remember we were talking about all kinds
Yeah,
of
we
shit.
used
You
to-
ain't got to just stay there, So now we talking about comic books, goddammit. Batman to me, even more so probably now, is what made DC cool. Because Superman is the baddest motherfucker. We all know this and everything, but because he was so strong, he wasn't allowed to be gruff. You can't have Superman having a bad day.
It's like, I feel like-
what was it, part 3, where he goes in the bar in the movie,
Oh, right.
and he's flicking them peanuts and shit at the goddamn beer and all this shit. It was the movie and shit with Christopher Reeve. But what happened was he was exposed to some weird form of kryptonite that had like all these other chemicals in it. It wasn't straight kryptonite. Remember, Richard Pryor's character came up with the concoction because he was like this scientist or something in that one, or computer tech, or whatever. At any rate. But it affected him in a different way. It didn't kill him. It affected his personality. So it was a weird Superman where Superman and Clark Kent split. Yeah, they split, and the other version is a bad Superman, and then Clark Kent's just like himself. Actually, what it is, it's a bad Superman, and then they go into this not a junkyard, and they have this big battle there, and the bad Superman is just having a bad day, and he's all tripping and everything, and then Clark Kent emerges out of him in like the spirit, and then he's a solid figure. So Clark Kent and Superman go at it. Yeah, in the movie and shit like that, And what ends up happening is Clark Kent ends up killing the bad Superman by choking him to death, but then he disappears. They both are powerful. Actually, Superman kicks Clark Kent's ass the majority of the time. But he knocks him out and puts him in one of those grinder machines that grinds metal all up. And this was the moment where I was a Clark Kent fan, dude. You just hear this shrieking, oh, and all kind of mechanics just breaking down. Because Superman think he done killed him.
Yeah.
And guess what was cool? He had a 5 o'clock shadow. Superman wasn't even shaving, the bad Superman. He had this shadow and shit, and he's all walking all gruff and kind of staggery and shit because he'd been drinking and shit. All right. But then all of a sudden, all those sounds start coming out, and the machine starts breaking down. And then so he walks to the other end of it to see what's up, and Clark Kent bursts out of that motherfucker and shit, you know what I'm saying? Grabs Superman by the neck and start choking the shit out of his ass, you know what I'm saying? And then when he was done choking him, he disappeared. And then when he came up, he opened up his shirt and he was Superman again. It was the most metaphysical Superman of all the Supermans because, that split. But I loved it because it's there was nobody that could fight Superman. They needed to do something. So they made him have a split personality that he actually combated. Because there was nobody on Earth that could physically combat him. Again, Superman can't have a bad day.
And that's what kind of pissed me off about Superman and why I like Spider-Man, why I like Batman is because he might die. You know what I'm saying?
They could die.
And Superman, it's he's just gonna beat some ass. That's cool.
I think the old generation liked that aspect of him.
Yeah.
I think as it comes into my time and then into y'all's time, we wanted
Rocky
a little bit more realism. That's kind of what I was making fun of a minute ago. It's now we're it's gonna get to the Smurf. We're gonna, get to the day one day, and they're gonna like make the Smurfs. Like, what if the Smurfs was a hood, and it was a bunch of decrepit like fucking marshmallows for their houses, and Papa Smurf was on some shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like the black hand of the fucking village and shit. You know what I'm saying? Vanity Smurf was all about himself and shit. Motherfucking Hefty Smurf going around bullying motherfuckers. Goddamn it, Smurfette turning tricks. You know what I'm saying? Like, the real Smurfs. Like, what the fuck? No, don't be fucking up my Smurfs, man. I like them saying
Bill's
la
Smurfs
la
next
la
movie.
la. That's what I want for my Smurfs now. Do not ever bastardize the Smurfs like that. You can even make they even did that with the Flintstones.
Yeah.
You remember John Goodman played Fred
Yeah.
Flintstone?
Oh, yeah.
Halle Berry was in it playing some shit, and
They was
I
having
think Rick
problems.
Moranis played Barney and shit. And
Yup. And then he was like, he got greedy and kicked Barney out, but Barney was the one that switched their test, and
That's what I'm saying. And look what they did with Scooby Doo. They turned it into a real thing or whatever, right? They computer animated them. But at the end, like, how they always unmask the villain and in the cartoon, and it's like, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for these pesky kids kind of thing in the old cartoons.
Don't tell me.
So they didn't do that, but even further, Shy, look what they did. Now y'all remember little Scrappy Doo, the little baby partner or whatever and stuff. Oh, Scrappy Doo. They made Scrappy Doo the villain. He was like jealous or some shit of Scooby Doo.
yeah,
The XCE is that's happening again, right? I have lost. Cannot. Oh Jesus! And that's what I mean. But then again, with all that said, I have to be one to admit that I do like the direction that they took with Batman. I do like the more realism. I like what they're doing with Spider-Man. Honestly, I think the kid playing him now is the most realistic Spider-Man that's ever played him.
Oh, 100%.
That dude embodies Spider-Man.
He looks the most
Holland,
like
or whatever his name is, Tom Holland, whatever.
like a high school person.
You don't think he's the best?
Tom-
Some would say Tom
nah,
McGuire.
Tobey
Definitely not
Maguire.
that middle kid.
Nah,
He wasn't the
Tobey Maguire.
best.
Tobey Maguire is definitely
But
my Spider-Man. but-
Childish Gambino should be Spider-Man. Miles
He
Morales.
But
should be-
that's Miles. I'm
Yeah.
talking Peter Parker. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like Miles better. He's
Yeah,
cool.
Tori,
Oh,
with your
man.
fifth
Hip-hop.
favorite Spider-Man
Yeah, he's a
movie.
hip hop Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like that.
He's a hip hop Spider-Man. All right, let's do this run. Let's run it again here right quick.
Bet. And then I want to talk about ants.
I would love to talk. I love talking about ants.
I bet.
All
Well,
right.
actually,
How much
sadly,
time?
we are about to have after this.
That's fine. That's fine.
I do got one thing. I literally want to. I was about to ask the question, then you said this. But I got
Okay.
one question
Okay.
that
Yeah,
I
because
wanna
I
ask.
figured we finished this round right here. I know Shy really wants to do this. I mean, she's been wanting. I mean, she was like calling me every day. I can't wait to play, crying. Her brother's stupid. All right.
So Shy, you start out.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay.
Is that a one? Yep. We've already discussed this.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's Shy's call. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
4 across, 1 down.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I got a good one.
I swear to God, if you steal mine, I'm in slapping distance.
Total.
Total. Together.
Feeny.
Love.
Balance.
Am I looking at the right one?
Beams.
Drunk.
Acids. I think it's Alan.
No, y'all are looking at the wrong one.
Are we looking at the right ones? 'Cause
4-1, right?
Oh shit, I am. the wrong
Okay,
one.
yeah, because that would be
Yeah, I am looking at the wrong one.
okay. That
I think it's Hunter.
All right, so who guesses next? Shy?
oh
Yeah.
See now I have to. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's Hunter's turn to guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going this way. What the fuck am I thinking?
4-1.
4 across, 1 down.
Me.
Oh, we're still doing one more round? Okay, Shy, guess another one?
Oh,
we're still,
so
we're still,
the
we're still.
third one.
We can guess now if we want.
Oh, okay. So now we can guess.
Yeah, it's gotta be Bill because Hunter just good.
I think it's you.
What was your first one again?
Feeny.
I don't know how that makes sense, but
Mr. Feeny.
I think it's Allen too. That's 2 against you. So
Mr. Feeney. I knew it was Bill.
what do you think it was?
I was gonna say, actually, when I first looked at this, I have to honestly say I made a mistake in looking at this, but I thought it was gym, but then I think it's math.
Nah, it's history.
History.
I was looking at chemistry first.
Wait. No, it is math. This is
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah, A2.
4-1.
Oh goodness, I'm looking at the wrong one. I was looking
They
at
have
the
to be
wrong
like
one.
4-1, and it's
Tori, don't act like you
D3.
haven't done that before.
Wouldn't that be D3 in that
Nah,
music?
4-1 is A2.
A2.
Yeah.
Oh, 4-1. 4-1. I went down. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Am
So
I-
A2 history, yeah.
Am I not correct though, Mr. Feeney? You was a history teacher, right? From Boy Meets World.
I never.
Boy
seen
Meets
that.
World, I don't think I watched that show like
It's a
that. Yeah.
great show.
All
I
right.
love
Yeah,
that show.
I've
So
heard
I
of it, yeah.
I got one question, and this will be our rapid fire question. Simple yes or no. Did y'all ever watch Inspector Gadget?
Hell yes.
All of
Dun, 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 dun. Hell
Did y'all
yeah.
ever see the movies with
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick?
Oh, okay, I didn't get that. I couldn't let it get
It's the
bastardized with
cartoon.
Ferris Bueller.
No, that's the
Ferris
only thing there
Bueller.
is.
I think I've seen
Nah,
it. I have seen
there
it,
were
but
cartoons.
I've never seen the cartoons. I only know about the movie.
oh, y'all
Yeah,
are so
See,
young.
if you would have.
Oh, so y'all don't know about this?
No, I know about
Next
the
time, Gadget.
Yeah.
If you don't know about that, you do not know about Inspector Gadget.
In the
I've
movie?
seen the cartoon.
You know what I'm saying? Next time, Gadget Claw. Oh,
And
okay.
Penny.
And the cat and Penny, the girl.
And
Yeah.
Okay, then we got the same information.
The only reason I asked was because I just started watching the 2 movies again.
Watch the cartoons.
I
Do
have
yourself-
watched the cartoons.
That's when you.
Yeah.
That's because see, as we all know that watch the cartoons, Penny and the dog
If you
solves
don't really
everything.
wanna see the
Inspector
movie,
Gadget. You know what happens? Like his gadgets would go awry, and
Yeah,
it would
the glitches.
inadvertently
Yeah.
help them. But Penny solved everything. We all know this. And by the way,
That's
why doesn't
right.
Penny get enough props? We gonna do another show about a whole BTG show about them shits.
Penny.
Penny.
Yep. And ants.
Oh, ants are what is it? 100 times. They can lift 100 times their weight.
I think it's 10.
Or is it 10? Damn, 100. Yeah, they'd be like. No, I think it's 100 because I think they said they could lift cars.
Have you seen that movie with what's it called? Woody Allen, and he's an animated ant.
Oh
That's a
yeah.
Bug's Life.
No, it's a movie called
Nah,
Ants,
you talking about the shitty Pixar ripoff Ants.
and it was great, fantastic.
No, wait. I thought
Nah.
Bugs Life was the ripoff because
We gotta
Ants
do the-
Ants is Woody Allen because that's also
Nah,
Sharon
Ants-
Stone.
Bug's Life came first, though.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Now, Bug's Life is considered the better one.
All right, y'all. Well, we're going to go ahead and sign off. This is Bridging the Gap with Bill, Shy, Scooby, and Mac. It was a board game /
Everything.
everything going down memory lane. Just having a good time and stuff, hanging out Core 4 style. And I'll turn it over to Scoob for the socials.
Make sure y'all get tuned in and tapped into all the social medias. I'm at Scooby the Kid 252, at Chef Mac 1523, at Oso Shy 11, at Bill_Perry, at Bridge the Gap 77. And you can tell I rap by how fast I do that every week.
Yeah, man. But yes, we will catch y'all next week. And you know what? I'm gonna throw a little extra twist. If you out there watching this, especially like you, Adam Davenport, I know you watched this show. If you got an idea for a topic, put it in the comments. I'm telling you right now. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Yeah, David, like y'all don't really know the guy, but like he's like our